Hi, fourth year. Well done to all the people who have already handed in their first assignment, and hopefully most of you now looked at it, at least seen the PowerPoint where I have talked about artistic decisions, and now it's the time to start making some artistic decisions. So you guys are going to choose which kind of context you work in. Are you going to look at portraiture? Are you going to look at still life or the built environment? I have added a tab in the expressive channel called Artist. I'll just have a look on my thing here for it. I think it's called Artist and Art Movements, and it's split into different sections, and it's got a built environment section, a portraiture section and a still life section. Okay, so it's there to inspire you. The decision I'd like you to make to begin with, however, is, that's right, you guessed it, your subject matter. Okay, so you've got to choose which of those contexts you work in, and what I'd like you to do is make a drawing, at least one drawing for me. I'm really looking for more than one drawing, but well, let's get started with one drawing. Okay, some of you will race ahead and do lots of work. Some of you will need a little bit more encouragement. Okay, so I definitely want one drawing from everybody, and I want to upload it into your student folder. And after this video, after me speaking, I'm going to attach a wee demo of how to access and upload stuff to your student folders on a phone and on a PC. And like I say, I'll do an iPad one over the weekend. And this work is for next week. It's for the beginning of next week. So your first assignment is for Friday, and this work I'm giving you a wee, over the weekend to do as well. So I'll set this one for Monday. I'm going to leave them open to late assignments. I realise that circumstances are difficult, but this is us now getting a start on the senior phase, and so we want to really make an effort and do what we can here. So you've got to select a piece of subject matter, whether it is going to be still life, portraiture or built environment. Now if it's portraiture, you're either going to be working from a mirror or you're going to be working from photographs. They may be printed photos, pictures in papers or magazines, or from the screen, but you've got to make sure you've got good quality resources you're working from. It's best that you're able to choose your subject matter, so if it's photographs you have lying around the house, or if you can photograph somebody that you've got contact with just now, that would be ideal, because you want to be able to make decisions about their pose later on. The more we do this, as your ideas develop, you'll have decisions, you have to make decisions about things like pose and things like that. So taking images off the internet isn't ideal. Unless you choose built environment, in which case you might research different places, different urban places, and choose one to focus on, and in which case that would remain your focus, and you've got to make sure that you can access plenty of different images of that place from different angles. So you might be looking at inner city London, for example. You might access like Trellick Tower, a big tower block there. There's lots of photographs of that. You could explore that. Or if you're doing built environment, you might want to go out to the street and take your own photos, and then come home and draw them, work from the photos, or take your materials out to the street and work out in the street. These are all options available to you. The other context you might choose to work in is still life, and that's much more straightforward. If you're working from still life, I want you to choose objects you've got access to. So try and think outside the box. Okay, you've got the standard still life things you might find in the kitchen, like pieces of fruit and tableware. But it doesn't have to be a kitchen-based still life. You might think about tools. Sometimes objects that are used a little bit more can be more interesting. You might just look at stuff, you might just start going through your room, putting stuff on your bed and seeing what it looks like. Okay, it can be messy. But remember, you've got to draw objects that are going to look good in a picture. So one piece of advice I always give people about this is, I know that the first object you think of that you own is perhaps your phone, and then you might also think headphones, AirPods, these kind of things. These things often don't look terrific in pictures and are sometimes quite difficult to draw. The phone itself is usually a rectangle. It's not an interesting shape. Think visually when you're choosing your subject matter. That's vital. You'll enjoy it more and you'll get a better piece if you don't just think about an object because of what it means to you, but when you're choosing your subject matter, really look at it and think, is this interesting? Think about the visual elements. Does it have texture? Does it have a good form? Can I get decent tone in this? And think about the colours as well. Okay, right, that was very fast race through for you. I'm going to post this video, but I'll set it I'll link it in the assignment as well. And after this, I'm going to attach on some video of me demonstrating how to access your folders. If this video is short enough, it'll be in the same video. If not, I'll be a separate video. Okay, right. Thanks very much, everybody. Look forward to hearing from you soon. Over.